Israel is on the verge of a momentous decision, a decision to launch a full-scale takeover of Gaza City. But this isn't a story of unified strength. It's a story of a deep, dangerous divide. Because this plan is moving forward against the stark warnings of Israel's own top military commanders, who are calling it a potential catastrophe. So what happens when a nation's political leaders declare war on the advice of their own army? And what will be the price for the people trapped in the middle? Let's break it down. First, the human cost. The situation in Gaza is already beyond grim. We've seen images of unparalleled destruction. We've heard reports of starvation increasing every single day. Now imagine a full military assault on Gaza City, one of the most densely populated places on Earth. The international warnings are clear. This will lead to a bloodbath. The current death toll, already over 60,000, will skyrocket. The starvation crisis will become an unstoppable famine. And what about the hostages? Their lives, already hanging by a thread, will be put in even greater danger. In the chaos of urban warfare, the chances of getting them back alive become tragically small. Hamas has said it clearly. An attack like this means Israel is sacrificing them. So, if the human cost is so high, the military must have a foolproof plan, right? Wrong. Israel's own IDF chief, Yigal Zamir, has strongly opposed this. His reasons are not based on emotion, but on cold, hard military reality. He warns that after 22 months of nonstop war, the longest in Israel's history, the army is exhausted. Soldiers are at their breaking point. Equipment desperately needs maintenance. Zamir estimates that to actually take over Gaza City would take at least 2 years. 2 more years of brutal, house-to-house fighting against Hamas's guerrilla tactics. This would mean huge losses for Israeli soldiers, more casualties, and likely more hostages taken. And here's the historical irony. Israel occupied Gaza before. They pulled out completely in 2005. Why? Because it was a security nightmare and strategically impossible to manage. Now, they're planning to walk right back into a situation they already decided was a losing game. So if the military says it's a bad idea, and history shows it's a bad idea, why is this happening? The answer seems to lie with one man, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. His motivations appear to be twofold. First, political survival. His government depends on the support of far-right coalition partners. These partners demand total war and reject any kind of negotiation or peace deal. If Netanyahu compromises, his government falls. Second, personal survival. As long as the war continues, his emergency government stays in power. That means no new elections. And critically, it delays the corruption trials he faces, which could land him in prison. The rift between the politicians and the generals is now so bad. There are reports of a political smear campaign against the army chief, trying to discredit his warnings. It's a government at war with its own military reality. And this brings us to the central paradox of this entire conflict. After 22 months, after dropping more bombs on this tiny strip of land than were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Israel's #1 objective, stated again just yesterday, is to destroy Hamas. Think about that. After nearly 2 years of relentless war, the goal is the same as it was on day one. They have killed tens of thousands of civilians, but they admit they haven't defeated the few thousand Hamas militants in their tunnels. This strategic failure is not going unnoticed. The world is watching. We see massive protests like the one in Sydney with 300,000 people. We see key allies, like Germany, halting arms exports to Israel, a truly significant move. Israel is becoming more and more isolated on the world stage. And this plan to seize Gaza City will only intensify that isolation. Ultimately, the decision to invade Gaza City appears to be a desperate gamble, driven by political ambition, not military strategy. It risks an even deeper humanitarian apocalypse, immense losses for Israel's own soldiers, and total diplomatic isolation, all to achieve a goal that has remained out of reach for 22 months. The final, haunting question is not just when this war will end, but how long the world will stand by and watch. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis informative, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.